Well, the robots say we're live. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. Who knows? Maybe this is an alternate reality. Maybe it's not actually real at all. Maybe this is all make believe. Maybe you're dreaming right now. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. It's Wednesday morning. You have stuff to do. Signals, check in the chat, por favor. I am Bear from the internet. If you don't know that already, what are you even doing here, man? What are you doing here? Thank you, Nostradamus and RL. Appreciate you. You guys know the drill. I'm the Bear guy from the internet. We're going to do the brief. It's brought to you by Refuge Medical. Nobody paid me to say that. I own the damn company, and it's tremendous. You guys know. If you're new here, do the YouTube thing. Subscribe, ring the little bell icon. If you're not new here, share the show with somebody you love. Also, I look fuzzier than usual, so I'm going to wipe my thumb across the camera. There we go. Whatever. Who cares? Bear, your eyebrows out of alignment. Fixed. Got it. Bear Independent Brief, 5 July 23. One of my least favorite days of the year because I'm already getting reports of injuries sustained from fireworks where Refuge Medical kits had to be used to sustain somebody's life. And it doesn't matter how many times I tell you guys to be safe out there. Shit happens and or you're not. And I have grown to hate the 5th of July. However, really fun news. You could literally be glowing in the dark. And I don't mean this as hyperbole to spin you up as like a whole bunch of prepper nonsense. The Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which we are going to talk about, and we've been talking about for over a week. But check this out. 10 years after the Fukushima nuclear accident, remember that over there in Japan? Japan decided it would begin releasing nuclear wastewater into the Pacific Ocean. That announcement was made in 2021, which, if you're not that great at math, was 2 years ago. And it was expected to begin in 2 years' time, which, if you're not that great at math, is now. Just recently, the International Atomic Energy Agency, which is doing such a great job. There's holes in Chernobyl, no big deal. There's explosives on the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, whatever, no big deal. Fukushima, radioactive water, dump it in the ocean. These guys are killing it. The chief of these guys who are killing it, Rafael Grossi, went to Japan on a 4-day visit, during which he will give the agency's 2-year safety review for the operation. Believable. Well, the IAEA, also pronounced as IAEA, while IAEA is expected to give its stamp of approval, the other nations in the region are highly critical of the plan, with China being one of the most outspoken. There are concerns about the radioactive isotype of hydrogen called tritium. There are concerns about tritium. Now, I'm guessing if you're one of those preppers that began with firearms as your first area of preps and or you're a firearms enthusiast, you're probably pretty familiar with tritium. It's the things that make your sights glow in the dark. Literally. Literally, tritium is what makes your sights glow in the dark. And Fukushima is going to be dumping tritium into the ocean. So quite literally, you could freaking glow in the dark. Oh, right, Militant? Exactly. Tritium, which remains in the water despite the ALPS treatment process. While it's relatively harmless, it's unknown if long-term exposure at low levels is safe. If you look like a chemlite after, I don't know, drinking water for about a year, we could probably safely say that the tritium did not get out of the water and it's not safe. I'm just throwing that out there. What's the half-life of tritium? It's like 5 years on your night sights? 5 to 7 years on your night sights. So the good news is you'll only glow for 5 to 7 years. I don't know why the image is fuzzy. What if we just bang the camera around a little bit? Did that help? Yeah, that actually did help. New protocol when the image is fuzzy. Bang the camera around.
Jiggle the bits.
Jiggle the bits. There you go. Yeah. Camera works great now. No lights to pee in the dark. RL, right? Who needs a nightlight? Everybody's over here like, I'm worried about my thermal signature and SHTF. It's like, bro, you literally glow in the dark. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. The water is expected to be diluted to, quote, well below the internationally approved levels of tritium, end quote, prior to actually being released in the ocean. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a naturally born skeptic, but I don't know. Interestingly, South Korea still has a ban in place for seafood and agricultural products from Fukushima because they glow in the dark. But the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and the EU already lifted their restrictions in 2021. I don't know if you're familiar with the FDA, but they were doing some other shady shit in 2021 as well. Super believable, these guys and girls. They're like, trustworthy is the word that comes to mind. When I think of FDA in 2021, I think, you know what? Trust the science. Believe these people. There's a radioactive isotope of hydrogen in your water that literally makes shit glow. But the FDA said it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Mods tell him what, Ever? What's your problem? What's your problem, Ever? What do you got? Use the palm of your hand to cover the camera a bit, then move your hand back the next time. No, Ever. We're going to go with the Jiggle the Bits protocol. It's a lot more fun. In other global news, there's a growing line of countries looking to restructure their debt. Also, nothing burger, nothing to see here. As most low-income nations are either in or nearing debt distress. Before the pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war, both of which were totally coincidental, just a result of international geopolitics, bat soup and Nazis in Ukraine or something. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of all the lies. Totally random events that just happened on the world stage. Before those totally random events, only 40% of countries in the world were in debt distress. But now, in just a few short years, only 60% of countries in the world, that's a 3/5 majority, by the way, are in debt distress. Jeroen Zettelmeyer, the director of the think tank Bruegel, told Al Jazeera, a very trustworthy network. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't know, those of y'all who grew up and or participated in the GWAT, you might have different feelings about Al Jazeera that somehow managed to, in the recent years, get labeled as an air quote legitimate news source. But whatever. This dude, Jeroen Zettelmeyer, who's the director of the think tank Bruegel, told Al Jazeera, quote, most sovereign debt crises are preceded by periods of higher budget deficits. A buildup of debt. And some are triggered by higher real interest rates. Good news is we don't have any of that going on right now. So, continuing the quote, these ingredients of a sovereign debt crisis are present right now, end quote. Oh, shit. That's right. That stuff's actually happening. These ingredients for a sovereign debt crisis are present right now for 60% of the world's countries. No wonder Elon's trying to build a community on Mars. I mean, I don't support what that robot is doing with all of his other robots, but it tracks. It makes sense. You know what? Dollars going to shit. Build a rocket, fly to Mars. We'll make our own dollar now. Thank you very much. It's not believed that this could be an indicator of coming global debt crises. And for now, it appears the phenomenon will remain confined only to developing countries. However, economists do believe that more developed nations will need to orchestrate debt restructuring deals for economic recovery in order to avoid a 1980s style debt crisis. I don't know. The 80s were pretty good to me. He-Man on the television, Lego, digging holes in the backyard with a shovel so I could fill them full of mud and have pugil stick fights with my buddies in the backyard. It was a pretty good time. Rocky, Rambo, woodland camouflage. Maybe we need to rewind to the 80s. Ronald Reagan? I mean, come on. Now, speaking of glowing in the dark, as we've been discussing for a week or more, somebody walketh outside of my dooreth. Sup, homie?
What's up, homie?
Did you survive 4th?
I did.
You want to say hi to the peeps? Come. Yeah, you might not know this, but occasionally I'm on the internet.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it happens. Hey.
What up, Bear Nation? Are we YouTubing?
Yeah, it's
YouTube.
It's Bob, the Chief Operating Officer of Refuge Medical.
Hey, y'all.
.com.
I got hit by a crazy firework yesterday in the back and used a first aid kit. And it was actually super funny. I got hit back and it happened. I was like, oh, shit, I'm hit. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm hit. Buddy check. Somebody come buddy check me right now. I was like, damn, I hope I don't have shrap in my back. And buddy comes over. He checks me. He's like, you're fine. Go see the medic. So I go over there, and I'm like, dude, what's it look like? He's like, oh, definitely second-degree burn. like huge welt on it and stuff. But burn dressing, all good to go, taken care of. And I still came back for the finale, so no big deal.
This is how you get put on administrative leave.
Yep.
Just so everybody knows.
But I had that first aid kit on me, though.
Did you see what happened to Dawn, our outside salesperson?
No.
Bro. So she was at a neighbor's house, and they were launching mortars, one of which fell over, launched into her leg, caught her pants on fire. She has significant burns from her waistline down to her knee on her left leg. Yeah. Yeah, but America definitely don't need a first aid kit.
Actually, we don't do that.
Yeah. I subcontracted the explosives to the experts yesterday. So
if it helps, we did have supposedly artillery MOS working the fireworks that fucking hit me in the back.
What's up, Alex? Alex does awesome artwork. Yeah. So Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Speaking of things that explode.
I thought it was gonna happen yesterday. I think it might be today though. Get back to
it yeah. What is that?
Iron Man, bro.
Oh, okay. Right. You didn't just bring an Iron Man figurine with you.
Not mine. My Iron Man's at home.
Oh, okay. Tracking. Yeah. Anyway, back to the news. Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Russian nuclear giant claims Ukrainian attack on power plant imminent. Kiev could strike the Zaporizhzhia facility with a, quote, dirty nuclear device, a senior Russian official says. Now, this is coming from RT, so understand the propaganda here. The Russians are saying that the Ukrainians are going to hit the power plant with explosives and possibly with a ballistic missile that has a dirty nuclear bomb on it. The Ukrainians are saying they've already found and placed explosives put there by the Russians on reactors 3 and 4. And I've been saying for a week that neither one of them has anything to gain by blowing this plant, but the United States does. And so it's probably us that's going to blow it up so that we can invoke Article 5 when that cloud of nuclear waste floats into a NATO country. We can say, look, an attack on a NATO country, an attack on one is an attack on all. And then we're going to go in there with our F-35s and our M1A2s and the who the hell knows what else. And the Estados Unidos are going to have our own special little hot war over there in Eastern Europe because World War III and, military industrial complex. We have an international debt crisis. You know what's good for debt? War, baby. Let's trade our sons and daughters for a stronger American dollar.
We are going to war. And I'm like, dude, you got a damn mouse in your
Nope. My identity is as a son of the Most High, first and foremost. Right. So, back to the article. Ukraine could launch a large-scale attack on the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, or ZNPP, which is also a great abbreviation, the ZNPP, overnight. A senior Russian atomic energy industry official warned late on Tuesday. Kiev may also strike the plant with a missile stuffed with radioactive waste, he added. The warning was voiced by Renat Karsha, a senior aide to the head of Rosengaratotom, a subsidiary of Russia's state-owned atomic energy plant giant Rosatom. The official cited intelligence data received by the industry. Quote, On July 5th, that would be today, literally overnight, while it's still dark, Ukrainian forces will attempt an attack on the Zaporizhzhia plant with a long-range, high-precision munitions, as well as suicide drones, he told Rosoya 24 TV channel. Kiev is also expected to attempt a strike on the plant with heavy Soviet-made Tochka-U tactical ballistic missiles, Karsha went on. The munition has been filled with radioactive waste collected from the South Ukrainian nuclear power plant, the official claimed. Blah, 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 blah. So the Russians are saying that the Ukrainians are going to shoot a missile into the Zenpapa, and the Ukrainians are saying that they've already found Russian explosives on reactors 3 and 4 at the Zenpapa. And either way, it looks, literally they're using the words imminent. It looks like this thing's going to blow up. So now, just so we're all tracking, we have 2 prime factors as to why we may or may not glow in the dark in the near future. The good news is you'll save money on an IR illuminator for your rifle because you'll already glow in the dark. So I don't... You okay over there, buddy? It's the gift that keeps giving. Cancer. Now, also from RT, great article. The Kremlin, aka Russia, denies media report that Xi Jinping, the air quote president of China, warned Putin not to nuke Ukraine. Oh, we live in a clown world, man. This shit is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, here we are. The Kremlin has dismissed fictitious claims in the Western press that Chinese President Xi Jinping warned his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, not to use nuclear weapons in Ukraine. The claim was reported by the Financial Times based on anonymous diplomatic sources. Quote, I cannot confirm that, end quote, Putin's press secretary Dmitry Peskov told journalists on Wednesday when asked about the FT article. He suggested that official statements regarding Xi's important visit to Moscow in March were sufficient to make conclusions about its nature. According to FT, Chinese officials have, quote, privately taken credit for convincing the Russian president to back down from his veiled threats of using a nuclear weapon against Ukraine, end quote. The newspaper alleged that deterring Putin from an atomic strike was a key part in Beijing's diplomatic strategy regarding Europe. So now we'll just chalk that up as to 3 different glow-in-the-dark factors. Tritium leaking into the water intentionally because IAEA has decided that we can put tritium into the Pacific Ocean. I'm not kind of negative. I'm great. The news sucks. The news sucks. So don't eat fish from the Fukushima region so you don't glow in the dark. The Zenpapa, Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, is probably going to explode. It might not, but it's probably going to explode. That's 2. And then the good news is the asterisk president of China told the asterisk president of Russia, hey, maybe don't nuke Europe. So there's 3. Trifecta for you. Hat trick. Now, speaking of news that's terrible and ridiculous, Jimmy Carr, I don't think I could say that on camera and still have a YouTube channel, so thank you. You may have heard about the tragic shooting in Philadelphia recently, and on occasion I've been known to screen share while doing briefs, but let's be honest, who really wants to open OBS Studio and deal with all that? I don't, otherwise I would. But from the Western Standard, Philly shooter who killed 5, a cross-dressing Black Lives Matter activist. Huh. Wow. So you mean that there were at least 2 indicators that this person was unstable before this event happened? And Sun Tzu Lao is saying cocaine in the chat, which, let's be honest, would wake me up. Let's also be honest, was recently discovered at the White House somehow immediately after Hunter Biden visited the White House. Did you hear about this? I'm not negative. This is just what's happening.
This is hilarious.
I mean,
the coke was from the planning party for the nuclear explosion.
Oh, for the nuclear explosion planning party. That's why the cocaine was there. Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, the
Party
lizards-
favors,
the
everybody.
lizards use cocaine much like we use nicotine.
Is that what that is?
People don't
Okay.
know. Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
just a nootropic for them.
Okay.
It's only coke.
It's only
It's not bad.
it's only cocaine
It's like the least
at the White House. Did you see the gurneys being rolled out the side door at the residence?
No.
With yeah, dude. Like there were literal gurneys with black sheets laid over the top of them being rolled out. Immediately following a visit by Hunter Biden to the White House, where they then found cocaine at the White House. We live in a clown world. This shit is ridiculous. Like, how many times do I have to say, get out of the system? This is the system. This is the system. Somewhere there's a bunch of nerds with pocket protectors and glasses who are saying it's totally okay to dump tritium into the ocean. Elsewhere, there's other nerds who have recently disembarked their power plant because it's about to be destroyed. Elsewhere, there's some Chinese nerds who went and met with Russian nerds who were like, please for no put nuclear warhead on Eastern Europe, sir. And they're like, you know what? That checks out. Good idea. And then the president asterisk's son shows up to the White House and magically cocaine appears. But, you know, Trump had some papers that he shouldn't have had. Yeah, it was pretty bad. You should impeach that guy. Holy shit. They were celebrating him winning his court case, apparently. I don't even know what Biden, like senior Biden, would look like on cocaine. Could you imagine?
Dude, I think
Yeah,
we've
but
seen
you-
that's how you still
That's him on coke?
what we're seeing. That they're like,
Wow.
prime him up, get him an 8-ball quick. He's got to go on stage at 5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's why he fell off the bike. That's why he keeps tripping upstairs. It's the coke. Oh gosh, we got it figured it out. You know what? That's the friggin' brief for today. That's it. Just go away. If you don't want to talk about Patreon, Refuge Training, Refuge Medical, Grindstone, just go away. Just leave. This is what I got.
Build your YouTube channel. I told them to go away.
Hey.
One time and they didn't.
I do that regularly, about once per year. Just like you clean your email marketing list,
Yep.
I clean my subscribers.
Hey, it is awesome.
Once a year, I'm like, you know what? You probably shouldn't be here. And all the people who get offended, they leave. And all the people who have been here for a while, they stay. And
Every good fruit tree has been pruned.
oh, amen. Every good fruit tree has been pruned. That's right. And that's why the Bear Nation is so badass.
I agree.
Because the people who shouldn't be here aren't. And the people who should be here are.
It's one of my favorite things. It's like somebody acts stupid in a live chat. It's like, bye forever.
You may have noticed we have like 37 blue wrenches at this channel.
We compete over who gets them.
I love it when like we'll be sitting on the porch live streaming or something,
I don't even listen to you. I'm just in the chat.
and it's like, damn, Bob got that one quick. There's like 5 other people on the porch just like, dude, thumbs of steel over here. Oh man. Oh my gosh. All right. Patreon this morning, links in the description for all these things. Really good video on building mags the wrong way, mutual assistance groups for your SHTF preparedness, your team, your tribe, your mag, your whatever you want to call it. RT emergency hotline. Call the store. Talk to Phelps. There you go. Patreon, building mags the wrong way versus building mags the right way. That went up this morning. It's $5 a month, man. Like you can't get a can of Skull or a pack of cigarettes or a cup of coffee for $5 anymore. It's the best $5 you can spend on the internet. Period. The end. Check it out. Refuge Medical, the kit of the week is the Adventure Kit in black because you awesome boys and gerbils bought all other colors and all the other colors are out of stock. So if you want a black Adventure Kit at a greatly reduced price this week only, go get one. They're there at Refuge Medical.
I think there's like 17 left.
That's it, huh?
You might want to get on that one, guys.
10-4. Also in stock is this is the Bear Fact. You guys know how the Bear Fact works. You've seen this 100 times. I showed the Bear Fact 0.0 the other day on camera, and a bunch of you guys thought that was really cool. So this is the original. There are not many like it, and this one is mine. And then this is the 3.0. And as you can see, we iterate considerably to get you a better and better and better product. And what you may not know is that this one is over a year old and has spent most of its life in a rucksack outside, getting rained on, snowed on, freeze, thaw, 100-degree heat. And this is what it looks like after a year in the weather. So, boom, pop this open, inner comes out of the outer. And again, this is what it looks like after a year in the weather. Oh, look at that. It's like almost like it's brand new or something. Yeah. You may not know this, but we make it here in the United States of America, not in China, not in Taiwan, not in Vietnam, not in, choose your nearshoring country. I have been doing a lot of business development the last few weeks, talking to a lot of manufacturers of durable goods for certain needs that Refuge Medical has. And it is so demoralizing when you get on the phone with a legacy companies whose names you would know, and you're like, please tell me you make at least something here. They're like, well, it's all designed here. I'm like, shut up. Where do you make it? Oh, well, we make it in Vietnam. Ugh, click, next. Well, yeah, we designed it in Utah. All right, but where do you make it? Well, we make it in Taiwan. Son of a bitch. Next. All right. Where do you make your stuff? Oh, well, it's all designed right here in Florida. Where do you make it? Oh, well, it's made in Mexico. Son of a bitch. Like, I'm telling you, company, I'm not going to throw them under the bus.
With a 2,000% markup.
Yeah, with a 2,000% markup. I talked to somebody the other day. They had something on their website. Their mid-level product has a retail of $49. And I was like, where are you making these? They're like, oh, we make those in Pakistan. Okay. What's your cost per unit? $4.73. Made in Pakistan, cost the company $4.73. Retail on their website, designed in America, $49. GTFO. Gay. So anyway, at Refuge Medical, we don't do that. We have just enough markup we need to survive and pay people a living wage. If I'm being perfectly frank, I have been counseled, if you will, if not rebuked on many an occasion by many other people in the entrepreneurial space who are like, dude, your margins suck. I'm like, yeah, but 82 people are still alive because we showed up to work.
Gang.
By the way, 82. We're now at 82 lives saved. Most recent one was a law enforcement officer who was provided a Refuge Medical bleeding prevention kit through Project Tribute, which is an awesome outfit. You should be following them on Instagram. 82 lives saved to date because we make the best friggin' kits on planet Earth. We guarantee them forever. They have everything you need and nothing you don't inside of them. And they're still attainably priced. So price versus performance, yeah, we're a little bit more expensive than everybody else. We also actually include Committee on TCCC recommended windlass tourniquets with our kits instead of a bungee strap. So whatever you're into. All right, refugemedical.com. You guys know the deal. HSA, FSA approved. If it's in stock on the website, that means I own it. It's in our building, and we'll probably ship it to you today. You'll probably have it by Friday if you order today. Like that's how it works. It's a pretty good bet. And like a lot of other companies, they'll show in stock on the website, you transact with them, and then you immediately get an email saying, hey, this will ship in 4 to 6 weeks. Cool. I definitely didn't need a tourniquet today. That's fine. I can wait a month and a half for that. No, appreciate that. Also, really appreciate you taking my money and then informing me that I'm going to wait a month and a half for your product. That's bullshit. So unless it says pre-order on our website, it's in stock and we'll ship it to you today. Okay. All right. Refuge Training, the fine art of how to not die, refugetraining.com. Also, hey, if you haven't been to the RM website, refugemedical.com, just go look at it. Like we just finished doing an upgrade to the website. I think it's pretty slick. Let me know what you think about it. Like my wife put a lot of effort into that, and so did several of our other junior executives at the organization. Go check it out. Like, tell me what you think. Just go look at it. Even if you're not intending to purchase today, that's cool. Just go look at it and let me know what you think. Tommy Guptill, it looks awesome. I just looked at it. What's up, Tommy? Speaking of Refuge Training, I met Tommy and his dad at Refuge Training. They drove to Oklahoma from Maine. But Bear, you don't from Maine. We had people in classes in Dallas, in the same class in Dallas. We had people from Alaska and New Hampshire there.
I couldn't possibly drive.
The training is that good. All right. So refugetraining.com. There are classes up for Oklahoma. Check them out. Come to class. Don't be an ass. Especially like Responder 3. If you've already done Responder 1, take R2, take R3. Because the force on force segment of Responder 3 just keeps getting better and better and better and better. Hoofda. Lastly, but certainly not least, LimestoneMinistries.com and whiskeywithbear.com. WHISKEY, whiskeywithbear.com. This is our fundraising event for the year for Caleb House. This is our gala. We're going to, instead of being gala, we're going to eat meat and smoke cigars and drink whiskey in a private setting in North Dallas. And it's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. So check it out, whiskeywithbear.com, WHISKEY. And of course, online giving at grindstoneministries.com. And you can get our Caleb House t-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, our brother Saw's t-shirt, the Facts Not Feelings t-shirt, and our brother Rex's t-shirt, the Real Dope t-shirt, all of which come from our brothers and sisters at Sanctified Supply Co., all of which a portion of the proceeds go to help us build Caleb House, which is our juvenile human trafficking survivor restoration facility, which is a bunch of $50 words, which means the place where we put children who were serially raped by assholes back together again. So if you think that's cool, so do we. If you want to get involved, go to grindstoneministries.com. You can also check out the calebhouse.org website. That's another one, let your thumbs do some walking today, calebhouse.org. We just got that website up and running as well. It's very shareable. There's some really good stats on there, so check it out. All right. Oh, Jimmy Carr is talking about the Refuge Nation affiliate program. What? 10% for sharing and 5% to the person who shared? Yeah, that's right. You can sign up to be an affiliate as part of the Refuge Nation at the website. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the site, and you'll see the affiliate program there. And that's like for everybody who can hear my voice. You get a private landing page. You get a private link that you can share out to all your people. That person gets 10% off their order, and you get 5% of the purchase as store credit. So if there's a kit that you're saving towards, or you're part of an agency or an organization that was already going to buy a decent amount of kit, you should sign up because you're getting 5% of every sale, and you can work your way towards a Field Medic, a Stomp Bag, a Crash Kit, an Adventure Kit. If you just decided I need 172 Olays pressure bandages, that's how you get them. Just like that. And that's the show for today. Hey, let's all do each other a favor and not glow in the dark. Okay? Okay. Stay frosty, man. It's Wednesday. I hope you all had a good 4th. I love you. Shalom.